we are talking about Paulstretch first, I believe, right? This is
Yeah.
a very cool ambient tool. I mean, you can use it for a lot of stuff, but it's big in ambient. Or if you see like 10-hour videos of a song where it's super slowed, that's Paulstretch.
So for context, this was originally part of Audacity, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was originally part of Audacity, but it was in Audacity for sure.
It's available, certainly. Yeah,
It was part of it, definitely. So extreme time stretching, they say this is the Paul X Stretch. It's a app, but it's also a program for, I think, Mac and Windows. I have it on my iPad and my iPhone. It's free, which is the best part. It's based on the Paulstretch algorithm, so it can do really long time stretching without changing the pitch much, but it has a ton of effects in it to change the way the things sound. Like I was messing with a sample I made, which I'll play a little bit of this sample, but I started messing with like the frequency shifts and tonal versus noise, and it just became this screeching violin sound. It's like, what the hell? How'd that happen? But it can do these crazy things. I'd be curious to know in the chat if anybody has experience working with Paulstretch and whether they're looking at getting this app, because it's really cool.
Very much so. I mean, Spectre is a big fan of this. A lot of us in the ambient. I mean, let's face it, it's mainly an ambient tool. Who else needs to be going out drones?
Well, no, I think it has its merits outside of ambient. That's what I'm going to be exploring. You can take, like in the video I'm going to show, I took the end of a remix I did for a competition for the band Thrice, which had all these guitars, basses, things like that, and I made this total ambient thing. But with that in mind, you could take any sample or sound and create these ambient pads out of it that you could then sidechain to a kick or anything like that to get some really cool sounds.
Well, without much further ado, do you want to show us what you've been tinkering with behind the scenes?
Yeah, so this is just a quick 2-minute video. I'm going to be doing a longer video over on my channel with this performance, whatever you want to call it, as a basis, either tomorrow or Tuesday. It's been a busy week, so I don't know if I'll get it done by tomorrow, but if you want to see more, you can check that out. But so like I said, I sent this sample through Paulstretch into my SP, and I was doing some effects on the SP. So let's check it out.
So, a wonderful little demo there. Very, very ambient, very, very, very nice. Straight for Valley View Records, that one, that'd be beautiful. Very easy. You say that you were saying in the break that you didn't only just scratch the surface of it, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I just messed with sending something through really quick. I didn't even do that long of a stretch, so you can change the stretch drastically to be, like 10 hours long. So I think I only did like 5 or 6, maybe it was 7, I can't remember, but I was going before that to about 21, and you get very different sounds. But what I really like is the effects. It even has just EQ, so you can cut a lot of that muddy low end that Paulstretch usually gives, so you can just get that right out of there. I should also say, if you saw on the SP in that video, I was playing a pattern. All those samples I had resampled from the beginning of the track running through Paulstretch. So It was just more Paulstretch goodness, but resampled into the SP.
The reason it was popular is because you can stretch any audio you want, and then you can stretch it and stretch it and stretch it. The problem you get is glitches and artifacts and so on. Because of the anti-aliasing in it, it gives you something smooth and usable, and that's why it got so popular. This new version seems to give you even more control over the heavily modified output that you get. I mean, so
and it even has a compressor. And even cooler than that, if you saw on the bottom just before the audio file, you can move the routing of all the effects. And even where the Paulstretch is, like where the stretch is starting. So you could put all the effects first and then stretch, or you can move things. It's very cool. This is just incredible what you can do with it. And like I said, I was just hitting the tip of the iceberg there. So I really think if you start doing more resampling with it, treating it with effects and things like that, you can get some crazy sounds that aren't just ambient.
Yeah.
I wonder if Thomas will have an EP ready by the end of the show.
Yeah.
He's moving quick. I don't know. We'll see.
Either way, I think we lost him. But performing a service.
Yeah, all good. Here to serve.
No, you know what? He could resample us talking over it.
Yeah.
It could be, it could be a thing.
It could be a thing. Yeah, if people want to sample us, put it in Paulstretch, see what happens, and make some drone bangers. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, drone bangers.
We'll play him on the show. There we go. Put him in our Discord
Thomas said,
channel.
"Hold my beer." He's on it.
Be nice to see. If you want to drop him in our Discord channel, that'd be really cool. Our Discord channel is somewhere where we're breathing some fresh life into it. So if you are on Discord and you fancy it, come on down and say, hey, we hang out a little bit, and it's always good fun.
If Thomas's track is good enough, maybe it'll make the Audionautic playlist.
Oh, wow. You guys are on it with the transitions today, man. Yeah, we do have a playlist. It's got the latest in electronic and independent music. If you want to check it out, it's in the description. If you want to submit, you can send your music over to my socials or the Audionautic Twitter, and I'll give it a listen and let you know.
Yeah. Extra points for Paul stretching us.
Hey, so if you like that clip, consider checking out our full live stream Audionautic Deep Space Network on YouTube, Spotify, and on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, and you can also join us for the live stream of said podcast at 7 p.m. UTC, 11 a.m. Pacific.
Wonderful, yes. And finally, we have got the Audionautic Radio playlist, which is down in the description below. All the latest and the greatest of the underground electronica world that you see there. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, if you're looking for some new music or checking out some of the newest in electronic music, head to that link in the description, and we will see you in the next ADSN. Thanks for watching.